Excuse me just while I swallow this very bitter pill. That's better. Corrupt FA strikes yet again. This is my post-match after the whistle reaction video to Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Arsenal 1. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, follow me on my podcast, Kringle Talks Football, available on all platforms. Oh, let's just do it. So a bit of coming up, what's coming up on the video, as you know anyway. The lineup, good bad performances, what it means going forward, bit of closing, and probably just an overall rant for what's going to happen today. Genuinely, so yeah. Alright, where to begin? I don't think I've ever been this angry after a defeat in all my life in terms of football. Maybe the game at Old Trafford back in 2004-05 season when we brutally got corrupted by the FA, that game. I don't think genuinely I've been this angry about a football match. You can just ask my family how angry I am right now. They're over there, by the way. So I'll run through the lineups. So obviously the lineups were on the screen. Arsenal went with pretty much the same team, except Bukayo Saka came back in. He was past fit. He came back in for Gabriel Martinelli, and also Aubameyang was back on the bench. Kieran Tierney wasn't fit, and I just heard Arteta's quote saying that he wasn't even close at all to making the team. So I wasn't surprised that he didn't start, and to be fair, Cedric's played really well recently anyway, so I was quite happy the fact that Cedric was starting. And the rest of the team lends itself. Bellerin, Holding, Luiz, Xhaka, Partey, and then Saka, Smith Rowe, Pepe, and Alex Lacazette. Opening 44 minutes, or opening 46 minutes actually, should I say, probably been the best 46 minutes of Arsenal this season. Like, genuinely hands down. Some of the football we were playing, the way we were attacking Wolves, the way we were pressing them, the way we weren't letting them have any of the ball at all, was just fantastic. Right from the front, in terms of Lacazette, Pepe, Saka, Smith Rowe, the four of them were pressing so well as a unit. Xhaka and Partey together as well were just all of the whole team. There was not a single person in that first half that I thought is a little bit behind or a little bit slow. After, I think it was I can't remember when it was, but Saka had a goal disallowed for an offside, which was literally like by that much. If you can see on the scale, that much. Lacazette's toe was offside. And it was like, okay, cool. We've got the momentum here, we're pressing forward, and we're able to. Saka had hit the post already in the first half after just 2 minutes. So it was a recipe of things to come, that we were putting them under pressure, pressuring them, and on our way to score a goal, put it that way. And the goal came from, again, some more pressing by Pepe. I think he won the ball high up the pitch. Laka had the ball. He played it into Nicolas Pepe, and he just sort of danced his way through the Wolves defence, leaving Semedo on the floor, nutmegging Cody, and then curling it right foot into the back of the net. And then came the disaster class, the corruption from the Football Association, from the referees, from the inexcusable lack of good refereeing. Like, genuinely inexcusable lack of good refereeing. The ball was played high, and now I can't remember if it was Leonard played the ball up or their keeper. The ball was in the air, and on the clock it was additional 2 minutes minimum, right? The game was past 47 minutes. Nothing happened in those 2 minutes for the referee to continue play. So firstly, he doesn't blow up when he should have blown up. Step one. Step two comes when the Wolves player gets the ball, goes through in on goal, and if you watch it properly, David Luiz realises he ain't going to get anywhere near the ball. He runs across the player and basically just doesn't even try to attempt the ball. He knows full well he ain't going to get the ball. He just runs back off like this. The Wolves player, his heel or his studs hits the knee of David Luiz. He falls over like he's just been sniped down by a flipping assault rifle, and then the referee gives a penalty. And furthermore, he gives a red card. Now, because like I said, I'm very angry at this. They take it into half-time. The VAR checks it for no less than 2 seconds. Because apparently with Arsenal, you're not allowed to check it longer than 10 seconds anyway. Peter Walton, the prick, decides he's sitting up there going, yeah. Oh, this is what happens. If he'd have made an attempt to foul him and fouled him, he would have got a yellow card. But because he didn't make an attempt to foul him and it was an accidental trip, it's an automatic red card. Please tell me in 2021, in the 21st century, in modern day, whatever analogy you want to use for today, that is classed as a red card. Now the definition of what that is, of the law, is on the screen now. It used to be a punishable offence, where if you denied a goal scoring opportunity by accident, it was a red card. They've now rescinded that, and it's not a red card anymore. So how are people, the VAR stupid idiots, sat up in Stockley Park, sat around amongst themselves going, oh yeah, that's a red card, that's a penalty. If anything, it was a foul on David Luiz. It was never a red card, it was never a penalty. Literally the tiniest minimal bit of contact, and it's a penalty. And I have no words. Put it that way, I have no words for this. You know, we as Arsenal fans have had our very fair share of corruption against us. I think it's fair to say. It's not even being a bias, it's pretty much fair to say. I could put the whole video out on the Arsenal vs Man United game at Old Trafford. Just watch it. In today's football, Man United would be down to 7 men and they would have abandoned the game. That's how bad it was. So anyways, we're going into the second half. And we'll score after 2 minutes. Makes it 2-1 to Wolves. John Moutinho, credit to him, it was a fantastic strike, 30-yarder. Leno weren't saving it. And from then on in, you think to yourself, for the first 10 minutes of the second half, just hold out. Don't do anything stupid. Just keep the ball as much as you can, as much as they'll allow you to. And after that, they're going to then try to push on and press forward because they've got the advantage over you. And the game's going longer and longer. Eventually, they're going to try and push for a goal. And that way you can counter-attack. Cool. We bought a Lacazette second half to bring on Gabriel to put back 4 in. Which I can see why he did that. I'm not too sure he should have done that though. I thought he probably could have just put Xhaka in at left centre back. But he took him off. He took off Gabriel. He took off Lacazette. He brought on Gabriel. And I don't think he should have done that anyway. Like I said, I think he should have put Xhaka maybe centre back and essentially gone for the game because there's nothing else to lose now at this point. But Pepe then comes off not long after their second goal for Aubameyang. Completely wrong decision in my opinion. Arteta got that substitution really wrong. For me, look, you're 2-1 down. You're not chasing the game at that point because there's still a really long way to go in that second half. And Pepe was probably our best player on the night. Him and Bukayo Saka to combine. Aubameyang hasn't trained for a week. He only just trained yesterday for the first day back. And you bring him on expecting him to do what exactly? We know full well anyway, as Arsenal fans, he's not a leader that is going to, take the game by the scruff of his neck and perform perfectly. People will refer back to the Man City game in the FA Cup and the Chelsea game in the FA Cup semi-final. But realistically, he had a lot of help by his teammates. He didn't pick the ball up and run 40 yards and score. He had assists all over the pitch there. So he's not a player that's going to bring you the game and win it for you single-handedly. So for him to come on and literally offer us absolutely nothing. He did nothing in that game. Really angered me even more than it was. And then you fast forward, 72nd minute, the ball gets played long. Adama Traore is in behind. Probably ain't going to get there. Leno doesn't need to do what he did. But he does. He comes out. I think he misjudges it completely. Tries to go for his knee or his hand or whatever. But in the end, he slaps it away. And the referee has no real option but to send him off. So now we're down to 9 men against Wolves. And, it literally, every single thing up until that moment stemmed back to that one stupid decision by Craig Pawson. The one stupid refereeing decision. The one stupid, corrupted decision by the FA and by him as an official of the FA. Strong words, I realise. A conspiracy theory. It's fact that if you read the law of the game, that is never a red card. Surely they should have the law in front of them. In situations like this, where they can say what is a red card and what's not a red card. Let's remind you what, because he denied a goal scoring opportunity accidentally. Let's remember that. And let's not forget what happened in the Manchester United Arsenal match just 3 days ago, where Bruno scraped down the back of Xhaka's Achilles, didn't even get a yellow card. Please tell me in what consistency of officiating do we have here that one doesn't even get a yellow card for a potential really dangerous tackle compared to somebody whose knee collides with the stud. I should say even collide, it grazes the stud. He goes down like he's been shot and a red card is given. Tim Stillman was the one that said it, that this was a reputational red card. That David Luiz, because of who he is and what he's done in the past for Arsenal, this is why he's got a red card. If this was Rob Holding, wouldn't have been a red card. Simple as that. But again, and even Peter Walton in the half-time analysis said, "Oh, David Luiz done this before. He should learn from his mistakes." But what does that bearing have anything to do with this? Martin Keown said the same thing. He shouldn't make him. He should learn from his previous mistakes. Shouldn't go for a challenge. Martin, you complete and utter buffoon. He didn't even make a challenge. It was an accident. So, anyways, Wolves see the game out. They win 2-1, and we now are down to 9 men. We've got Leno out for the next game. We've got David Luiz out for the next game. Runason, to be fair, he came in. I thought he did actually alright. He made a good couple of saves, but Matt Ryan should probably be available for the game against Aston Villa on Saturday. And Gabriel will come in. To be fair, it's not the worst 2 players that you could have had sent off or injured or whatnot. So we'll go into the good and bad performances. Like I said at the start, I thought Pepe and Saka were our 2 best players, along with Emile Smith Rowe. I thought all 3 of them together were just brilliant. And the sort of partnership between the 3 of them that are creating is brilliant at the moment. The interpassing, the intertwining between the 3 of them is brilliant. Lacazette, again, I thought he had a really strong game, but a bit unfortunate to be hooked off at half time. But I'm not too sure the manager had much opportunity to take him off any later or whatnot. And bad performances, definitely not from an Arsenal perspective, but it's got to be none other than Craig Pawson, has it? Let's be honest. The man literally had a shocker of a game. Like genuine shocker of a game. Giving free kicks for the sake of it. Giving the penalty and the red card for the sake of it. Just literally a shocking game, a shocking performance from him. And the less said on him, really, the better. I've already said a lot. So what this means, what it means going forward, in fairness, is that we've got a game against Aston Villa on Saturday, which now it becomes a sort of must-win game. If we want to get back on a good run of form, because up until half time, best football we've played this season, and we could go in against Aston Villa a bit more confident if we take that first half performance only. Forget the second half, because second half you're already up against it. You're down to 10 men, 2-1 down after 2 minutes, and then you're down to 9 men after 72nd minute. So forget the second half of that game, throw it in the bin and just go again next game. And hopefully we might see some other players contribute as well. Aubameyang might be back and fit. Does he get in for me? No, he doesn't get in. Doesn't even get anywhere near that. Because Pepe's tonight performance, Saka's performance tonight, means that Aubameyang should be nowhere near that team right now. And I'll happily say that, because he shouldn't. Martinelli, we were so happy recently that he was back in the squad, but even he doesn't get in the squad at the moment. Pepe on the left, Saka on the right, Smith Rowe behind Lacazette. That's our front four going forward right now, until something happens. This is just going to go straight into the closing of... It was a horrible day for the Football Association and for referees in general. How long ago was it? Arsene Wenger was talking about commissioning with David Dean for referees in the UK and England to become professional. At the time anyway, the only referees in Europe to be professional referees. And yet they're still the worst. Like, they've genuinely not improved a single bit. And what can we say? Like I said, it was a bad performance from Craig Pawson. And it's not unexpected. It's not a surprise. So I realise this is probably not the most enjoyable video that I've done. But what can I do? I'm angry. I'm very angry. So like I said at the start of the video, if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, follow me on all my platforms, follow me on my podcast, Kringle Talks Football. I'm Chris Kringle. And I'll speak to you soon. Hopefully a preview video for the Aston Villa game come out this week. I didn't do a preview video for this one because I just didn't have time, if I'm honest. So I should have a preview video hopefully up by Friday. And we go again on Saturday. So until next time, guys, take care.